can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Tonight, it's the National Football League Super Bowl 56.
For the first time in almost 30 years, the big game is back in Los Angeles. Super Bowl 56 underway. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He'll buy some time right. Powers through. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked up near his own 48. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for touchdown right here out of the gate.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead.
That's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game, it leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Gotta laugh.
He's got a man complete. And they'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards.
At the 47-yard
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Now it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A quick toss out right. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Chandler Catanzaro now. He hit from 59 a season ago. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. He was bumped down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, McDonald. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Ted McKinley coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. Drops incomplete as he got caught as he was throwing it.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Again, now 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Making it happen,
Picked up by Christian Fulton. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that would pretty much seal the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there at 22.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing again, Ryan. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he'll take this into the end zone. And hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Joseph on for the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Titans 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Bryant will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Buying time to his left. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best design plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Gurley. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now Ryan on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Ryan. It's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
From the midfield stripe, they look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's McDonald. Smith catches left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. On now is the Titans punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
11-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He gives to Gurley, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 44, Ryan eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Julio. Room here to run. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. That's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Ryan rolling to his right, and it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go, it's Gurley. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The first down run with Gurley good for only about 3. It's 2nd down now.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Smith trying to run for it, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons get a bit closer. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30. And marking down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. A big play there out of Geis. 63 yards on the ground. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Falcons' 15-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Flush to his right, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan escaping the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. That's complete. Right away. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. On first and goal, Gurley. And he gets in. Touchdown Atlanta. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw again, McDonald. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. He'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. They go play action here on first down. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards.
First and 10 at the
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Play action, Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Catanzero's kick is good. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taken in the end zone.
Prime time, baby.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Come on now. Let's do this.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now the throw left sideline here is complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Break him down at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball, let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, McDonald, quick slant to Brown. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
And goal to go.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Trying to punch it over Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Extra bulk up front for second and inches. Three tight ends. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On the ground, Geis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Here's Henry, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Greg Joseph on for the Titans. This just a 24-yard attempt.
4-yard attempt.
The kick by Joseph is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script.
They've got his man complete. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
first down, it's Gurley. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line.
Gurley, the ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
On second down, here's Ryan. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for two. They'll try and run him with Gurley. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for two. Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the counter, it's Henry. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Henry on the carry.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
McDonald. The Geis on the screen. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
26.
On the counter, Gurley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. 42 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They go play action with McDonald. Flushed out right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Play action. It's McDonald. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Geis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Off play action. McDonald. Looking left side, he's got him in. It's Smith. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. His way into the end zone for a touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop